Welcome to Methodist Women's Hospital Back to Work and Breastfeeding. We will be providing you with information about expressing milk for your baby when you return to work. How do you make this work? There is legislation that protects you as a breastfeeding and pumping mom. Also, taking time to plan ahead and communicate with your partner can be helpful in making this a smooth transition. The Fair Labor Standards Act of 2010 says that companies of 50 or more employees must provide reasonable time as well as a private place for mothers to express their breast milk. In the state of Nebraska, companies with 15 or more salaried or hourly employees must provide a time and a place for moms to pump. Employers who meet these requirements must provide a private place other than a restroom for mothers to express their milk. Okay, now what? We will discuss what to do while you are on maternity leave, when you should pump, how much does your baby need, creating a stash or a supply of milk, information for your child care provider, and finally, establishing a good rhythm and routine. While you are at home on maternity leave, consider adding these things to your to-do list. First, speak with your employer about your plans to express milk for your baby when you return to work. Many moms find that sending an email, not asking for permission, but stating your plan, can be helpful. Include a photo of your baby, as this is a great visual of who you will be pumping for. Second, try to arrange to return to work in the middle of the week. This can help with adjusting to just a few days, having some time to regroup, and then going the full 5 days the following week. Next, find out where you will be able to pump at work. Will several moms be utilizing this space? Will you need to sign up for a pumping time? How long might it take you to walk to this designated space? The next thing you should do is talk with other moms and coworkers who have expressed milk for their babies while they are at work. Did they have any tips and tricks or nuggets of wisdom for you? Get a good double electric breast pump and learn how to use it. Teach your little one to take a bottle. We will explore this one a little bit further in a few minutes. Speak with your child care provider about your plans to provide breast milk for your baby. What specifications do they have for how you will bring the milk when baby is in their care? This may have an effect on how you store your milk during your maternity stay. Confirm backup child care. Now, this one might seem a little bit out of place as we're talking about back to work and breastfeeding, but this lingers in the back of the mind of every mom. What am I going to do if childcare falls through? It is always good to have a plan B. And finally, arrange a dry run with your baby before actually returning to work. Practice getting up and ready for the day. Feed, dress baby, and load up your little one in their car seat. See how long it takes you to get through traffic to your child care provider. All of these can help calm your nerves and maybe even give you a better gauge of the time needed in the morning. Pumping. We all know the saying, practice makes perfect. Well, pumping definitely takes practice. A great place to start is by pumping after you feed your baby in the morning. This is due to your hormones and your circadian rhythm, or your internal clock. Before you put the flanges to your breast, take a minute or two to massage your breasts. This can help you to relax and also can stimulate your milk letdown. You can hold the flanges close against your body and even massage your breasts while you pump. Be sure that the vacuum is set high enough to feel a strong tug and pull, but not too forceful that you feel pain. Pump for at least 15 minutes. Do not worry if you don't get very much milk when you begin pumping. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. The main thing to remember is that lots of practice will help you to become a pro. To stash or not to stash? That is the question. We have all seen images on the internet of a mom whose deep freezer is filled from top to bottom with bags of pumped milk. This is very unrealistic and not necessary. Having enough milk for a week's worth of feedings away from baby is adequate. Your baby will typically drink between 24 and 32 ounces of milk in a 24-hour period. There are a few things to consider. How frequently is your baby nursing? How many hours will you and baby be separated? Answering these questions can help you determine a goal of how much milk to have stored or stashed before you return to work. Now that seems a lot more attainable. Store your milk in 2 to 3 ounce quantities and always label the milk with the date it was expressed and the amount in the bag or the bottle. Your milk can be stored in the refrigerator or freezer at home. When you return to work, you will want to check with your employer about where would be most appropriate to store your milk. If there is not a designated place, many moms choose to bring a small cooler bag or purchase a personal desk-sized refrigerator. This is a storage chart from the Centers for Disease Control on the storage and handling of breast milk. It is always good to pay attention to how long breast milk has been sitting on the countertop, how long it has been in the refrigerator, and how long it has been kept in the freezer. Teaching your baby to take a bottle is important to do before you head back to work. It's a good idea to try to introduce the bottle after you and baby are more comfortable with breastfeeding, somewhere between 3 and 5 weeks of age. If at all possible, have someone else offer baby the bottle. It might even help for you to leave the room so that your baby cannot hear or even smell you. Those babies sure do love their mamas. Offer baby pumped breast milk, as this is what they have been used to eating. In this time of learning, offer baby a bottle a few times a week. If baby seems frustrated, it is okay to take a break and try again later. Remember that it takes everyone a little time to learn something new. Baby's position and the bottle's position can play a huge role in baby's ability to go back and forth from breast to bottle. Hold baby so that her head is elevated. You can either cradle the baby or hold the baby's head with your hand as seen here. The most important is the delivery. Hold the bottle more horizontal than straight up and down. If we hold the bottle straight up and down, gravity can cause the milk to flow so quickly that she doesn't have to put much effort into the feeding. This can cause baby frustration when she goes to the breast later on and has to work hard to get the milk. This type of feeding is called paced bottle feeding. Most child care providers are familiar with the feeding habits and diaper appearances of babies who are eating breast milk, as well as the appearance and proper handling of your liquid gold. If they are not, you can let them know that breast milk is easily digested. Baby can have loose, yellow, and seedy stools. Breast milk will separate when it has been stored. Cream will rise to the top. The color of the milk can vary from day to day. One of the most important things is to remind caregivers to never, ever, ever microwave your breast milk. We want to protect the integrity of those amazing living cells and antibodies. Microwaves can heat too fast, which will kill so many good things. It's much better to thaw frozen breast milk in the fridge or by placing the bag of express milk in a mug of warm water. The bottle of milk can also be placed in a mug of warm water or in a bottle warmer on a breast milk setting. Once the milk is warm, gently swirl to mix the milk that has separated. As you prepare for your return to work, there are a few things that can help you get ready. First, planning your meals ahead can take some pressure off. You can even double and freeze some meals while you are home on maternity leave. Next, communicate with your partner of how they can help. Things as simple as having your partner clean the pump parts or be sure that the diaper bag is fully stocked each night can be a big help. It is also a good idea to think through what you will wear at work. Keeping a cardigan or a hoodie nearby is very helpful if you have any unexpected leaking. Make sure to always have a few extra nursing pads on hand as well. Finally, do a test run with your diaper and pump bag. Returning to life outside of your cozy postpartum cocoon can be a bit of a shock to your system. It is normal to be extra tired. Try to go to bed early and save running errands for the weekend. Babies can sometimes eat less during the day and want to be with you and eat more frequently at night. Take heart, this will not last forever, but it may take a little time to find your rhythm and groove. When you are at work, try to express your milk for about 15 minutes every 3 hours. This will probably equal out to about 2 to 3 times a day, or around the time that you would be feeding your baby. If you find that you are having a hard time sticking to that schedule, it would be much better to pump a little sooner rather than later. This is an example of a daily schedule. You may find that you need to tweak your routine after a little bit of trial and error. For all of the hard work that you put into expressing milk for your baby, it is so comforting to know that your baby is getting your milk. It is a good idea to make a list of things that you might need in your pump bag. Obviously, you will need your pump, flanges, bottles, and tubing. You may want to also have extra parts, nursing pads, storage bags, lip balm, a microwavable steam bag, hand sanitizer, hand lotion, wet wipes, a hands-free pumping bra, a phone charger, snacks, a bottle of water, and maybe your cooler bag. These are a few helpful hints for when you are pumping. Try your best to relax. Relaxing will help your milk let down more easily. Sit comfortably. Take slow, deep breaths. Listen to some relaxing music. Think of your baby, or better yet, watch and listen to a video of baby. Distraction is such a great tool. Try very hard to not watch the bottles or the flanges, as this can cause stress, but rather focus on your phone, read a book, even catch an episode of your favorite show. Finally, we are going to end with some common issues or concerns that moms may have once they have returned to work. Sometimes moms experience plugged milk ducts in their breastfeeding journey. If you have a plugged milk duct, you may notice a tender, firm spot on your breast. If you notice these breast changes, feed your baby frequently. You can wet a washcloth with warm water, direct your shower nozzle toward your chest, or even dangle your breast in a basin of warm water. Massaging your breast while using heat or when feeding your baby can also help. You can also try to feed your baby in a different position. Mastitis, or inflammation of the breast, can not only cause discomfort in your breast, but oftentimes moms have a fever, chills, or body aches. If you think you have developed mastitis, call your provider. Follow the same steps as listed for a clogged or plugged milk duct, and also be sure to stay hydrated and get plenty of rest. A frequent question that we are asked is, how can I boost my milk supply? The number one response is demand. Feed your baby as much as possible when you are together, or try to sneak in a few extra pumping sessions. Continue to stay hydrated. This is important even during the winter months. Many moms also find that eating oatmeal or increasing protein in their diet helps. Really, more than anything, it may help to fuel you as you make milk for your baby. Also, be sure that your pump is working properly. Sometimes making sure that the parts are fitting snugly together, or that the manufacturer's recommendation of replacing silicone pieces can make a big difference. Finally, always feel free to contact a lactation consultant if you have any questions or concerns. We will leave you with this final encouragement. You can do it. We believe in you. We encourage you to celebrate every goal and milestone that passes by as you provide milk for your baby.